just about to go into a bit of a drainage line here, so we're going to go quite low, so we might just be out of range for a few minutes after this. But basically, quite a big old Marula tree. I've mentioned Marula trees quite a few times. They make those really tasty fruits. Humans love them, elephants love them, baboons love them, kudus, impala, pretty much everything loves them. And one of the reasons they're very well known, but also just beautiful trees. They make big canopies, and in winter they lose their leaves. So in winter, if you have your house underneath, quite a big one, it's growing right next to the drainage system here. But it's also had quite a bit of attention from elephants over time. This patch here, first of all, this is quite old, just by the look of it. You can see it wasn't recent, probably 2-3 months ago. Let's look at this specific area here. If you look at this part of it, this is the outer layer of the bark. Then between the outer layer and this part here is we've got what's called the cambium layer, which is a softer part of it. I'm going to pull some of it off here. More flaky bits. This is obviously dried out now, but if you were to cut into this, that cambium layer would be nice and moist, and that's where a lot of the arteries, if you want, of the tree, where a lot of the minerals and the water and the nutrients and things run in. And that's what the elephant was after. So the elephant poked his tusk in here, through. He got his tusk right underneath that soft layer, and then he peeled it off. You got a whole chunk of that cambium layer out. That's where a lot of the nutrition for the elephant lies. So that he was after. So pulled some of it off, and then moved on again. In this case, this won't really damage the tree at all. This is, imagine if you fall off your bicycle, it's quite a big scab, but it's nothing permanent. Sometimes they do take a lot of bark off, or they rip trees. If they take around this and probably won't cause any major problem for the tree. Maybe over a period of 50 or 60 years, it'll be like a little bit of a problem for the tree, but it's not something that really influences much short term. I'm going to get around this side. What's also interesting, more recent elephant attention to this patch here. Again, looking at that, still a bit moist actually. It's just mud all the way up to where I can't even reach. Big knob or patch of mud up there as well. Again, those pans we were stopping at earlier, as well as further down just the other side of the Muluwati here, other side of this river, there's quite a bit of mud. So the elephants have a mud bath, then they walk along, probably using the same track that we're driving on, and as they walk past, like me, they notice this Marula tree and they go, oh, that's a nice tree, I know Marula trees, and they stop and they're up against this tree. And if you can see it, and there you can see some of the mud coming off. And that's exactly what the elephant wants to do. He wants to rub so that the mud can scrape off all the external parasites, ticks and fleas and whatever else might be sitting in the folds of his skin. So lots of stories to be told just from looking at, but essentially it's just a very beautiful tree next to the road as we're driving along.